electron will electron will move from the cathode to the anode if there is absence of a RF field, uh, electric field. Okay, so what happened that in the absence of that RF field, electron will back to the cathode. Okay, in absence of the RF field, electron will back to the cathode. And if that electron will move in a presence of this field, okay, in the presence of the RF field, the electron will move to the anode, okay. If the electron will move in a retarding field, retarding RF field, so electron will move toward the whatever the anode there. Now because of that moving the electron toward the anode, so it will take a one half cycle of the RS oscillation to travel from the cathode to the anode. Okay, so that is what we can say, and that makes what we can happen because of that moving the electron toward the anode. So they will deliver the energy to the RF field. This energy will be delivered by this electron. Those will reach to the anode because of that retarding. Because this electron will be present in an interaction region for a longer duration. That's why they release the energy to the give up the energy to the RF. But the electron B is there, accelerated by the RF field, that accelerated by the RF field, that will return quickly to the cathode. Okay, so that we can say that about the interaction space. If you consider that the electron present in that interaction space, that is for a small duration, and here the electron A is present, electron is present in this particular space or a region, that is for the longer duration. A electron, that B electron will return back. The electron will present in that particular interaction space for the shorter duration compared to the electron A. Whatever the energy absorbed by this particular electron, which is a smaller than the energy delivered by this electron A. Okay, this B electron absorb the energy from this RF field, and that A electron will deliver the energy to the RF. So energy absorbed by this B is a small as compared to the energy delivered by this A electron to the RF field. Okay, so that's why electron energy delivered by this A will be large. So because of that energy delivered by this A will be large, so that's why there will be there because of the delivering of that energy to the RF oscillation there. Okay, sustain RF oscillation. So RF oscillations occur because of that delivering the energy by this electron A. And this electron B will return back to the cathode because they absorb the energy from the RF field, and that whatever the electron will reach to the cathode there, they will bombard to the cathode, and due to that bombarding the electron toward the cathode, that will generate the heat, and that heat is nothing but a losses in this particular cathode there. And the oscillations of this particular whatever because of that particular electron moves here, the oscillation of this particular amplitude grows, okay, due to the whatever the retarded electron, and they will move steadily there, and they will reach to this particular anode there, and then steady RF oscillation takes place, or you can say that about the continuous oscillation takes place. Now if you see that this one is the cathode, and this is nothing but you can say that this is about a field here, so we can say that it will terminate here, this particular alternate, or this alternate field they will reach. Okay, so this way we can consider. So this way we say that the electron will reach to the anode, and they will sustain their whatever we can say that about the energy to this particular cathode. And that oscillation is depending upon how much is the oscillation is takes place there, about your oscillation, and that whatever the oscillation generated is depending upon that what will be your cutoff voltage and what will be your magnetic field. This is about your magnetic field, this is about your cutoff field there, and that oscillation can sustain there in this particular region. That is about we can say, this is about we can say a hull parabola, and here this is what we can say, this is the region here the oscillation takes place. and this is called as a what you can say a region of oscillation. This is called as a region of oscillation, and this is about we can say that the about a we can say that is about a condition where we can say that BC and B is matched. We can say that is about a Hartree condition. Okay, so that Hartree condition means what? We can consider that whatever a particular appropriate voltage value V0. Okay, generally magnetron operates. We can say it is in a pi mode of the operation there, and for some value of a voltage, we can say so that oscillation takes place. So that is we can say that this oscillation takes place or region that oscillation values of this VC there. So we can say that about it. That voltage is called as a Hartree condition, and we can say that a Hartree voltage. Here is about the Hull cutoff voltage and Hull cutoff. What is you can say that is about a magnetic field graph, and this one is the region here that oscillation takes place. So magnetron, okay, whatever the magnetron will be there, that output power output for the given magnetron is up to a 40 megawatt, or you can say that that is at the condition of what we can say for the DC voltage about a 50 kilovolt and at a 10 gigahertz. This is about a 50 kilovolt at 10 gigahertz, up to 10 gigahertz. Okay, say that. Average output is about 800 kilowatt. Generally, average output of 800 kilowatt, and the efficiency is about a 40 to 70%. Efficiency is about a 40 to 70%. And whatever the magnetrons available right now in the market, their output is about a 3 kilowatt. And these are the high magnetron is used to generate that RF oscillation, or those are used in a radar. Okay, those are used in a radar there. Mostly magnetron are used in a radar transmitter, or generally in industrial heating or a micro oven. So if you consider that a micro oven, standard output power generally considered for the micro oven is about a 600 watt. Okay, so if you see that magnetron and their operating frequency, okay, magnetron will be of 915 megahertz to 2450 megahertz. That's about the operating frequency for the magnetron, and the same can be used for the what you can say magnetron can be used for the industrial heating. So mostly, if you see that applications, magnetron that is about a microwave oven. Okay. You can see that these are the applications of the magnetron in the microwave oven, or you can use that magnetron in the industrial heating, or we can use this magnetron for the radar. There. Okay, these are about the applications of the radar. So that is about from the magnetron here. Okay,